here from Experiences in Channeling, and I decided I wanted to come on to give a little daily dose of hope and to also do a pocket of peace today. Um, so we are in a very intense time of our world, as you can all sense. Of course, being the holiday season, and then also we're coming up on the winter solstice, and so there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the news and in the social media, and um, for me, it feels like a very very intense time. It's very heavy. It's a very very heavy energy now. Like it's kind of like you're walking through mud or something like that. I mean, the whole world, like the air is made of mud or like honey. It's like you're just walking through honey, and everything is really difficult to do. And so I thought, oh, well, this must be a good time. A lot of people talk about that 21st is a portal and all that kind of stuff. And whether I don't really know about that, I never really channeled about that. But what I do sense is there's a lot of energy out there right now. And what my guides have been saying about this energy at the moment um, is that it's the energy of flow at the moment. Everything's in flow. And if you're not flowing with it, then you're going against it. And so that's, for me, I was going against it. I want to, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be relaxed. I don't want to think too much about everything. But this is not that time. This is the energy of flow. And so you just have to kind of flow along with this energy as it's going. And otherwise you're going to make it more difficult for you, is what they had said. In the background, you see, this is the book that Kathy and I did. I'm pointing it at, here it is. The book that Kathy and I made, and it's called A Daily Dose of Hope. Um, what I'll do is I'll read you the back of the book. It says, the energies on our planet are so that the world around you is becoming a lot like a low-budget science fiction movie. Don't have to be a part of that wackiness. We can be in the middle path. Think of the line in the middle of the yin and yang symbol. It's a thin line, but it exists. We don't have to be drawn down into the polarity, into the energies are on either side, the fear, the sadness, or the anger. We just walk our path of neutrality. We can see all the stories playing out, but we don't have to like to see. Sometimes we might fall off the path and wander out into the bushes, but as long as we remember to come back onto the path, we'll be fine. All right, so that's what this is. It's just the first 30 days of a daily dose of hope, of channeling that I did, a year-long channeling. So I wanted to share that, and then I want to share. So I'm on right now. I'm on What Is Sin in the workbook from A Course in Miracles, and if you don't know what A Course in Miracles is, it is a big old book that was sitting around my house for a long time until someone named Tina Spalding came around and started making videos, and I started watching them, and she explained it in a really really wonderful way, and she channeled to get a more practical way of looking at all these lessons. I recommend it. I've been doing the lessons for the past, I think, almost 7 years, and yeah, about 7 years. And yeah, I really recommend them. It brings you to a state of so much more peace. It allows you to be aware of your emotions and aware of all the patterns in your life, aware of how unconscious you might be at times. I recommend it. It's a daily. There's 2 parts. It's a workbook, and then there's actually 3 parts. But the main part that I usually work on is the workbook, and that's what this is here in front of me. And it's daily lessons, 365 lessons that you go through, and I use them as my meditation practice. I read the lesson, and then I just meditate on it for 5 or 6 minutes every morning, and it really really helps me throughout the day. And then I write it down on a piece of paper, and then whenever I'm in a stressful or difficult situation, I'll just pull that piece of paper out of my pocket, and I'll look at it and say, oh right, I'm made of love. And it really helps. It helps in all of those difficult situations you might find yourself in: traffic jams, crowded subways, when someone cuts you off in traffic, all these different things, when your boss yells at you, all the different things that happen in life. You just kind of pull it out and be like, oh, right, right, I'm made of love. And so it's very helpful. So the portion of the book I'm at now is they're going through definitions of different things. What is the world? What is the body? What is sin? And I like this definition of sin. So sin is the home of all illusions, which but stand for things imagined, issuing from thoughts that are untrue. They are the proof that what has no reality is real. Sin proves God's Son is evil. Timelessness must have an end, and eternal life must die. And God himself has lost the Son he loves, with but corruption to complete himself. His will forever overcome by death, love slain by hate, and peace to be no more. A madman's dreams are frightening, and sin appears indeed to terrify. And yet what sin perceives is but a childish game. The Son of God may play, he has become a body, prey to evil and to guilt, with but a little life that ends in death. But all the while his Father shines on him and loves him with an everlasting love, which his pretense cannot change at all. How long, O Son of God, will you maintain the game of sin? Shall we not put away these sharp-edged children toys? How soon will you be ready to come home? Perhaps today there is no sin, creation unchanged. Would you still hold return to heaven back? How long, O Holy Son of God, how long? So, this sin is insanity. It is the means by which the mind is driven mad and seeks to let illusions take place of truth. And being mad, it sees illusions where the truth should be and where it really is. Sin gave the body eyes. For what is there the sinless would behold? What need have they of sights or sound or touch? What would they hear or reach to grasp? What would they sense at all? To sense is not to know, and truth can be but filled with knowledge and with nothing else. So the body is the instrument the mind made to deceive itself. Its purpose is to strive, yet can the goal of striving change? And now the body serves a different aim of striving. So this is just the idea that of associating with your body, associating with what your eyes see, and not realizing that you're made of love, that you aren't all of these things, and you aren't broken, and you aren't destroyed, and you aren't weak. That you're just made of love, and you just have to remember where you come from. And so we go to the body. What is the body? And I like this one here. The body is built up parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence he thinks that he is safe from love. Identifying with his safety, he regards himself as what his safety is. How else could he be certain he remains within the body, keeping love outside? So, yeah. So the body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear where every dream is born. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful must the body serve the purpose given it. But we can change the purpose that the body will obey by changing what we think it is for. The body is the means by which God's Son returns to sanity. Though it was made to fence him into hell without escape, yet has the goal of heaven been exchanged for this pursuit of hell. The Son of God extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that was made to kill. So this idea that the body is what we make of it. We assume that we are this body. I am me. I am this person at this age with this haircut and with this life that I'm living. But we're actually all one. We're all connected. We're all made of love. But we come down here and we separate, and we see everyone as not us. And the more that we do that, the more we'll find sadness, and we'll find fear and anger. Because there isn't enough, right, on the planet, and we need to fight other people to get what we want. Then we need to have wars and all these things. And it's like, no. The way to peace is to remember that everyone else is you. They're all you. You're all them. And so whatever you do to them, you do to yourself. And so that's those two things. And I think it's really beautiful and very powerful lessons So I really recommend it. If you are struggling, if you're suffering, this for me was it helped me out of so much. And you don't have to join anything. You don't have to do anything. You can read it all for free, which is perfect for me. Or you can buy the book or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I recommend it. It works for me. I don't know if it works for everyone else, but it works for me. And so, so on this same path, I was looking at the Gospel of Mary, and while so there's an interesting thing about, and this is just a personal pet peeve, and if you are very religious, maybe you shouldn't listen at this moment because you might get offended. But I'm just going to say how I feel. I've always been religious, but I don't like religion. So I guess that's how I say it. I've been religious. I believe in God. I believe, and I've seen so many different beings. I see that there is so much more to our life here, but I don't like all of the rules that churches create, and even this concept of sin, that we are sinners, and we have original sin, and we're born with sin, and that someone had to come down and give their blood to wipe that away. That sounds really, and then you got to eat the person's body and drink their blood. I mean, that's cannibalistic. It's cannibals. Sorry. So okay, I've said it. I've probably offended everyone. Sorry, but it is. And then to put a dying man on a cross and to worship death, right? So this is how I see it. And I don't think that I personally believe that this is not what Jesus was preaching. I don't think he ever said, hey, put a cross of me bleeding on and worship. I don't think he would be very happy about that personally. This is so, and I've really said too much, but because I've been doing a lot of research into deliverance ministries, and I find that there's so much judgment. And it really bothers me. And there are more ways to go through the life than one. And when you focus on one way like this, it narrows your sight so much. And so I've been struggling with this because, I've been struggling with spiritual warfare, and I find that a lot of these ministries are really good, but then they put in all of these judgmental things that really, really bother me. And I guess this is just my pet peeve. So if I've offended anyone, I'm really sorry, but for me, it's pretty clear, right? So the Old Testament was all about an angry, defiant God, that demanded sacrifices from everyone. And then the New Testament is about it's the final sacrifice. So this being came down, he was the final sacrifice. And I think, in a sense, it's a good way of looking at it. I think as a story, as an arc of a story, like he is the one that came down to stop all of that. But I think, for me personally, when I look at it that way, I think of it, it's kind of like an end of an era. It's a bringing in of a new thought system. And basically the Christ consciousness, which is something that a lot of those people would be offended by. Christ consciousness, that's, don't talk about it that way. But Christ consciousness, yeah. I mean, and it's a way of thinking about life. It's a way of approaching life. It's a way of understanding life. And that's why I think I'm a big fan of the Course in Miracles. I mean, I grew up, I went to Catholic school and all that kind of stuff. And so I grew up seeing a lot of, so full disclosure about that. The reason that I have such a thing about organized religion is I went to a Catholic school, and I remember that my teachers were priests. They were priests, and they were very violent. I remember one of the teachers, he is holy man. He's closer to God than I am, and he would throw chalk at my head every class. I remember I was 4th grade, and he would call my name and say, Taylor, and then he'd throw chalk at my head, and I'd always duck out of the way, and the poor guy behind me would always get hit in the forehead with this chalk. And then he would always yell at me, and he would say, don't you ever duck when I throw chalk at your head, and he tried other things. He threw trash cans at my head, but I have really good, or I don't know anymore, good reflexes, so I was able to duck every time. But the poor guy behind me was always the one that got. But anyway, so this, for me, it made my image. I'm just a little kid. I'm like, oh, this guy's supposed to be close to God. We're learning about all of this religion, and then he's really violent. And I remember a lot of my teachers being really angry all the time, and I just thought, I mean, being a teacher is difficult, but that formed my worldview. It's just like, oh, okay, well, and then I went to Catholic high school for just 1 year, and I was allowed to kind of go to a normal high school after that, which was great. But it was always the same thing. All the priests would always side with all of the bullies. They would side with all of the mean kids, and it just that was my experience of it, and so I sorry but that is, yeah, just full disclosure. That's where I'm at. That's where I stand. But I love, Yeshua. I love Jesus. I love that idea, and it's so beautiful, and it's wonderful to channel him, which is also something that would be considered really, they don't like that. Not supposed to do that. So just there's like all of these different issues that I'm trying to work through in my mind, and so I just stumbled upon the Gospel of Mary, and which, according to Bible Hub, they consider it's not part of canon. It doesn't follow the major narrative, and so it must not be true. Is what But as you know, that there were many books in the Bible that were taken out in the council. I think it was the Council of Nicaea, and so when I look at those books that were taken out, I find, oh, these books actually resonate with me. This resonates with me. And just to read a few things about here. Savior answered, there is sin. You only make it appear when you act according to the habits of your unadulterated nature. That is how what you call sin manifests. That is why the good has come into your midst, pursuing the good which is in everyone's true nature, to restore it inward to its root. Then he continued, saying, this is what sickens and destroys you. It is your love for the things that deceive you. Those who have ears, let them hear. Whoever can understand, let them understand. Attachment to matter gives rise to incomparable suffering because it goes against your true nature. Then the whole body becomes disturbed. That is why I taught you to find contentment at the level of the heart. When you feel disturbed and out of balance, reclaim wholeness in the presence of all the different forms of your true nature. Those who have ears, let them hear. So there you go. Attachment to matter gives rise to incomparable suffering. Sounds a lot like Buddhism to me. And so my understanding of all of this is, it comes from a book, The Secret Places of the Lion. I think this is what the book was. And so the idea, the concept, the way that I see all of this, that we assume that there's like one savior, but I think there's been many saviors throughout time, and they've just approached that time that they were in and tried to plant some seeds in that time fruition. They planted these seeds to be harvested in the time that I think that we're coming into. And so, yeah. And so I think all of the masters say the same thing. It's just that these, for example, attachment to matter gives rise to incomparable suffering because it goes against your true nature. This is the Bible that I want to read. This is the Bible that speaks to my heart. Okay, and then, so the part, was it page 10? This one came to me through a video I was just watching, and they were talking about how to see, and I thought this was interesting. So, all right. She said once, so Mary Magdalene, Mary, Gospel of Mary, and she says to Rabboni, like my teacher, now I see you in this vision. He answered me and said, blessed are you, Mary, for you do not waver at the sight of me. How wonderful you are. For this is where the true treasure lies, in that place where heaven and earth meet, where deep understanding arises in the heart and the mind, in the nous, or the Gnostic, I guess, the Gnos. And I asked them this. This is the part. Now tell me, Lord, how does a person see such a vision? Is it through the agency of their soul or through their spirit? And the Savior answered, it is neither through the soul nor through the spirit, but through the understanding which arises between the two. That is how vision. So yeah, I love that idea as well. That is how vision is seen. So it's a combination of both. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Was there anything else I wanted to? Yeah, just that. Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to share those things, and I think that was the major part of what I wanted to share today. I'm sorry if I did offend anyone with that. I wasn't my intention. It's just something that's very kind of personal to me that really has been bothering me. And this relates a little bit to the yin and the yang as well, like this um, yin and yang symbol, right? Uh, you have the yin and yang symbol, and yeah, I can't find a good picture of it. Oh, here, we'll just choose this one. And it's not loading. There it is. So here's the yin and yang symbol, and we see that there's two sides, and we see that there's a line in the middle, and we see there's a little bit of one side and the other, and a little bit of the other side and the other, and that if we start to see this world like as black and white, which is what a lot of times we're taught in religion. This is right and this is wrong. You should do this and you shouldn't do this, and the only way to do this is this. It becomes just like did I just like where is it in the Gospel of Mary, another part I thought that was this is very interesting. Where are we at? Do not lay down any rules other than what I have given you. Do not establish more laws like the lawmaker, or else you'll become constrained by them, right? So yeah, and I think that's what we've done with all of these organized religion. There's so many rules, there's so many laws. You gotta have this guy, this guy's got to wear this, and all of these different things. It's just like, I think that the for me, and what has come through for me is that the pathway to finding yourself and to finding peace is to turn inside. Like, you're not going to find it outside. You can go to all these places, and you might be reminded of things, but in the end you just have to go inside. That's where you got to go. And maybe those places help you to look inside, but in the end that's where you got to look, because it won't be outside of you. To quote Bob Dylan, you won't find it on the back of a dollar bill. It's not in money. It's not in this world, because it's not about this world. We're not made. This body is something that we are inhabiting, but that's not our true nature. Our true nature is love. Our true nature, when we come into this world as little babies, we just love. We love everyone, love everything, and we're just so pure. I mean, that's our true nature. We just come down here and we have all these experiences and we get all that stuff, but that's who we really are. And I guess the message for today, that I wanted to bring forth, because I think that we're in a really, really strange time of our planet, and we're in a very yin and yang kind of thing, where there's two sides and they're against each other, and it's just too obvious. It's like, I grew up in a different era in that sense. I grew up back in the 80s and the late 70s, and so, like, I remember a time that wasn't like this, that wasn't so polarized. We are in such a polarized time, and where everyone is just it's like warfare everywhere. Everyone's at war with each other, and everyone's got these very, very strong opinions about what is right and what is wrong, and everyone gets, it's like a dry field, and someone just strikes a match and throws it in, and it's going to continue this way, I imagine, until I think this is the great shaking up of everything. And so, but I just thought, I've been feeling under this weather, not physically, but well, it affects my physical too, but it's just been heavy, and I feel really good getting all this stuff off my chest. Thank you for listening. I want to do a pocket of peace. I'm going to upload some channeling too. I've been doing some channeling. I've lost a little bit of my confidence in channeling live, for, I guess, the spiritual warfare. You guys, those attacks are working, huh? You're kind of ruining or lessening my confidence in myself, but don't worry. I think it's all part of the process. But I will upload some of the walking channelings I've been doing. But I want to end today by doing a pocket of peace. I haven't done a pocket of peace in a while. I think this is what we need right now, is a pocket of peace for this time, this time that I think a lot of there's a lot of darkness being pumped into our systems, into the world at this moment, and I think I'm just going to pump in a lot of light into the world at this moment. So if you'd like to join me, this is what's called a pocket of peace. It was inspired by a book about Sanat Kumara, and it's just the idea that you can create a pocket of peace. You can shine your light out into the world. And the thing about light, as compared to darkness, is that light catches quickly. It just, everyone sees it and they remember, that's me, that light is me. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to send out a pocket of peace to the whole world right now. So here we go. I'd like you, if you would like to join in, please join in. If you don't, you can turn off, and that's fine. Whatever you want to do, but I'd like you to sit back and take a few deep breaths. Center yourself, and then I want you to call in that light that's inside of you. You don't have to call any light that's outside of you. Just call in the light that's inside of you. That big old thing right in the middle of your heart, this golden light. And you can see it right now. You can see that golden light right in your heart, and you can feel it just expanding throughout your whole body. Your whole body is being covered in this golden light, which is your light, which is your connection to source, which is love. You are love. You are love incarnate. You came down here as love, and you still are love. You just forgot that you're love, and now this love is just burning up inside of you. You're feeling it. It's strong, it's powerful, and you're starting to feel in alignment with who you are. You're not down in the dumps anymore. You're not feeling that sadness or that hopelessness. No. You got the love, and the love is inside of you, and the love is coming out, because this love just wants to expand, and it's expanding. It's going out of your body, and still part of your body, but it's expanding out into your room, into your house, into your town, into your city, into your country, into the whole world. Now, everyone all around you, if you look around you, you'll start to see people are feeling this, because this energy is catching on, and it's going through all of the different energetic waves. It's going through all the high waves, into the by waves, into the street waves, into the ocean waves, the river waves, any kind of waves. You'll find it, and everyone's just catching it, and they're saying, oh, I feel so good right now. I don't know what this is. I was feeling so dark for so long. I didn't know where I was, but you know what? The light has come, and I'm feeling it, and it is strong, and I'm feeling the hope again. I'm feeling the hope. Even though the things around me I see, they might not be so light anymore, but I'm the light now. I'm lighting up this darkened tunnel. I can see where I'm going now. I can see where everything is. And it doesn't matter, because this light is lighting up everything. And you can see even the architecture around you starts to change. The buildings start to take on a hopeful flavor to them. And everyone around you starts to have this look in their eyes. They're a little bit watery, and they're saying, I don't know, I feel like I just woke up from this deep, dark sleep. All these nightmares, but I'm back. I feel like I'm here. I'm ready. I'm rested, and I'm ready. And this energy is going out into all of the narratives, and into all of the stories, into all the things that are going on around this world. And it is changing everything. It is shifting everything. We are transforming this story from a story of hopelessness and darkness. It's from a story of polarity into a story of love. This is a story of love. And everyone's starting to feel it. They're just saying love, 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 love. You turn on the news now. You turn on the mass media. You turn on all of the social media, and everyone's just saying love, 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 love. You think, why? They're just saying love, 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 and that's what it is. It's love. It's love. It's love. And we're bringing that love, and you are all bringing that love, and we are all bringing that love, and we're just realizing, this is I forgot I was loved, and I remember I don't need anything but this love. This is all I need. This is everything I've been looking for my whole life. All of those dark alleyways, all of that suffering, all of that hopelessness, to remember, oh, right, it's been with me this whole time. This love, my birthright. This love is your birthright. This love is all of our birthrights. And so when we start to remember that, we start to get into that love, and then we're starting to jiving with that love and feeling it and dancing with that frequency of love. And now you can see the whole world is starting to shift and change. And that's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. And this is a pocket of peace for December 21st. It is December 21st. We're right in the middle of this whatever they call it, this solstice, this meaningless day on a meaningless calendar created to make our lives more meaningless. No, no, no. It's not about this day. This is about love. It's about love. We are love every day. There are no days. There are no weeks. There are no months. There are no years. There's just love. And so, all right, I'm just going to end with that today. I'm feeling the love. I hope you're feeling it too. And again, I'm sorry I offended anyone, but I just wanted to be honest about how I'm feeling about all this stuff. So, anyway, ciao for now.